morning, Scotland. Good morning, social media land. I hope you are well. It is Wednesday, the 4th of December, 2024. Scotland's independence won't come wrapped up in a bow, waiting for us to open it. It is not a gift to be given freely. It is not gained without sacrifice. It's something we must fight for together. But too many of the movement are waiting for someone else to act. They wait for it to happen without participating in the national conversation, without lifting a finger to push the cause forward. Or they're too busy directing their energy, the wrong energy, in the wrong direction. Why is it that believers in independence attack the movement so viciously? When I see things like this, I wonder if those people who are supposed to be my brothers and sisters in arms actually believe in independence. Or are they so disappointed in the lack of progress towards independence, or just plain angry in the faith that they have previously given to politicians who now disappoint them? Maybe it's easier to tear down the thing that they love most rather than persevere to build it up. I guess what I'm asking is, what does it mean to work for independence, to fight for liberty? What does it mean to truly work for it with focus on the prize, regardless of the personal conflict you may have in your head or your heart? I think we call it sacrifice, but it need not be a sacrifice through grand gestures. We need not line up with pikes and face down the English armoured cavalry. It's not even about speeches or rallies. Well, it is a little bit, but it's more about building independence into your daily routine. Can you imagine if every activist dedicated 15 minutes a day to the cause? 15 minutes commuting on a bus, 15 minutes on your lunch hour, 15 minutes before you go to your bed. It could be as simple as sharing a pro-independence post on social media. We have to remember social media is one of the most powerful weapons we have. And you know what? Yes, sometimes our content may be shadow banned by the algorithms, but algorithms cannot stop you sharing to your page or sharing directly to 10 of your friends. Every post shared spreads the message further, reaching people who may be undecided or misinformed. So do me a favour, stop watching this just now, take 30 seconds and share this to your social media page right now. I'll wait. Sharing content is important, but so is reading an article or watching a video to sharpen your knowledge and strengthen your arguments. It could mean starting a conversation with a friend or family member who is unsure about independence. We all know some people that are not union activists but are just, I don't know. We could have it, couldn't we? We could do it. Would things be better? These are the people you want to reach out to. Small actions like these multiplied across thousands of activists create a tsunami of change, a tidal wave of information. The way I see it, if you shared this video on your Facebook page, your personal Facebook page, it would reach most of your friends. Say 10 of them watched it and each of those guys shared it too. All of a sudden, by you sharing it, you could have reached over 100 people. 100 people. And if just one of them was like totally inspired by that video, they may take their activism further and become the person that leads us to our liberty. That is so very powerful. You need to ask them to watch it, ask them to share it, and ask them to write a comment that's positive on it and like it. This makes the algorithm of social media pages look up and say, oh, people are interested in this. I will put this on more people's feeds. You have to remember, complacency is the enemy of independence. You have to work for it every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, but for only 15 minutes. From Ireland to the Baltic states, Independence was achieved through hard work, sacrifice, and grassroots energy. No one handed these nations their freedom. They earned it. It was not politicians or politics that delivered it. It was people. People like you and people like me. And Scotland is no different. The longer we wait, the more harm Westminster's policies will inflict on our nation. Think about the decades of North Sea oil revenue drained from Scotland to fund Westminster's priorities. Or Brexit, which ripped Scotland out of the EU against our will, costing jobs and opportunities. Let's not forget that blocking Scotland's deposit return scheme, proof that Westminster will undermine us at every turn. These aren't distant issues. These are the lived realities of the people across Scotland. If we don't act, these injustices will continue. This daily routine matters because it keeps the movement alive and visible. It builds momentum, one conversation, one share, one interaction at a time. And it shows the world and ourselves that Scotland wants her liberty. The cause requires all of us. Political leaders are political leaders. They are not the leaders of the independence movement. We are the leaders of the independence movement. We take action without the rules of Parliament, or without grassroots momentum, without the pressure and energy of us, the people. They will stagnate into a rut of hegemony and self-belief that they are the only way forward. Unfortunately, politics are necessary if we're to do this peacefully. Whatever route we take, it will always need to be ratified by a legal ballot box event to show the world that this is what we want, and we shall require politicians to be on board with that. But always remember, independence is not something politicians give to people. It's something people demand of politicians. And that demand must come from you, from me, and every single one of us. We need that energy. So stop being critical of politicians. That is proving that your faith in them is completely misplaced. Share the word, share the work, share the love of Scotland and the anger about how our right for self-determination is being prevented by action of Westminster. Apologies, this video is dropping a day late. It was due to a work commitment which I had to attend, and I didn't have time to actually finish editing yesterday morning. However, we will quickly wrap up because I don't want to do a big long soliloquy about stuff this time. I just want to talk about the 15 minutes that I mentioned at the start of the video. This 15 minutes is really important. If you can spend 15 minutes in the morning or 15 minutes on the bus going to work or coming home on the bus, do it before you go to bed on your lunch hour by sharing a video, sharing a post, liking it, commenting positively on it. These are all things that social media algorithms like. They like that interaction. They like you watching videos to the end. They like you commenting positively on it, that whole interaction. Do you know something? Even negative comments are good for the algorithm, simply because it shows interaction. It's incredible. So everybody on YouTube that's commenting negatively on some of my videos, thank you very much. However, it's not just important if you're sharing on Facebook, for instance, to share it to independence groups. It's important that you stick it on your personal page and send it to a dozen of your own personal mates that may not be fully decided. Say, just have a look at this. It's important. It's important that we reach out, and social media is massive for reaching out to people. Companies pay social media to advertise and to specifically target groups of people. We can target groups of people without paying by just going into your friends list and going, I know that person's undecided, I know that person's undecided, and just tag them in on the post or send it to them directly. 15 minutes for digital activism. That's all it takes. 15 minutes. Anyway, I'll see you later. Not tomorrow, but I'll see you later because Thursday's video will be dropping very soon. Have a great day.
I can't get no sleep.